Proud of our team for another character win this week. I thought Loyola's win on Wednesday was a pretty good one for us to reveal, who we are, rebounding after the Richmond game, and then being able to bear down and find a way to earn a tough win. Third game in 8 days. Some physical games before this one, knowing that UMBC was going to come out and got after us, and they did. For our guys to just, stay strong, believe in each other, and keep digging in to make the plays to earn the win was, I think was pretty important for us to see what we're made of.
Shawn, the beginning, you guys scored the first goal and give up 5 straight, sort of trailing 5-1 after the first quarter. What was sort of the mood on the side?
We didn't have a ton of juice today. We kind of thought that we might not have a lot of gas in the tank coming into it, but then when you see it playing out, you get a little bit more concerned. So the guys were positive, but you could tell they didn't maybe necessarily have the energy to be really forward in what they were thinking and saying. It was more just like looking at each other, just like, hey man, I need you just as much as you need me, and then we got to be able to get this done together. It was a lot of non-verbal communication and just making sure everybody was in it, and they stayed positive, recognizing that that we've been in that position where we've built a strong lead in the first quarter. And I think that allows them to understand we have it in us to get it back, and unfortunately we did.
After those 5 goals in the first quarter, though, UMBC only scored 5 more for the rest of the game. What did you guys do? Change anything defensively?
No, not really. I mean, we did recognize that we needed to support a little bit quicker at times because they were just going to the invert and going at our shorties, which was a really strong game plan for them and something we expected. We just didn't make good decisions at times to support that, especially off the invert and getting guys close to the cage for easy shots. So it was just more recognizing that, hey, we can slide, we can double, we want our poles on the ball, trying to make it a little bit tougher for their shorties to get it, so we extend it a little bit with our shorties and keep our poles on the ball and just throw them off rhythm and allow us to be a little bit stronger on ball.
I think this is the 3rd game in a row that Luke has had at least 4 points in the game. When's he brought this offense?
He's a really good IQ player. He's a kid that seems to be in right spots at the right time. Pretty efficient player as well. A lot of his opportunities come close to the crease as far as goals. But he's also good with the ball in his stick, with being able to see through defenses and move the ball. He does a good job, I think, just communicating to from the attack as well as through the midfield, keeping everybody organized out there. So I think he brings a good amount of balance.
You mentioned winning at Loyola on Wednesday, winning today. How much confidence do you think the team has now after this pretty successful week?
I mean, they should be excited about what we've been able to do, but obviously recognize that we have more to be done and be able to continue to grow. We've shown again that we can dig in and bounce back from a tough loss, and then also be able to bounce back in a game where you're trailing. And so I think the guys, they believe a little bit more. They've always believed, but they believe a little bit more that they can be in any game and be able to earn a win as long as they stay together and keep working as a team.
Last question. Luke's father being here, do you sense what's that dynamic like when they're both together on the field?
There was an interesting moment in practice on Thursday this week. I think it was actually yesterday, Friday. We were doing man up, and Luke was running the point of our man up and made a mistake and just kind of careless with the ball. and Andy got after him a little bit, and Luke didn't go back at him, but I think he had a little comment, and then Andy got after him a little bit more. So, and then the next rep, similar situation, similar play, and Luke makes, Luke had a little bit more oomph to his play in that one, just I think prove a point to his dad, and it was just like, and Andy would be like, good, now you can do it, and I know you can. So that's how we got to do it every time. So it's just fun to see that, and they've been doing that ever since Luke was young. You know, Andy's been coaching them coming up through, and that was something I talked to Andy about in the transfer process with Luke. Is like, hey, let me know how this dynamic is going to be. I don't want it to be toxic for both of them as far as like family. I don't want this to kind of drive them. So, he's like, hey, we have an understanding. We've been in that situation before. They live together. Luke lives at home, which is right back here in Rogers Forge, and comes to work with his dad sometimes, or his friends pick him up. So they spend a lot of time together beyond being on the field. So it's been neat and special, and I want them to be able to enjoy it, because it's very rare, in coaching for that to happen. And I think a father myself of 3 young kids, and being able to step on the field and help coach with them, it's, I know how special that is. So I'm glad and happy for those guys.
I don't think I saw anything in particular. I think it was more just, the spots to be in the way they were playing defense and the way our offense was kind of functioning out there. And James did a great job just looking in the middle and finding me on most of them. So I think it was just kind of finding the gaps in their defense.
This being your first year at Towson, when you have a performance like this, how gratifying is that?
Oh, it's definitely super exciting. I wouldn't have it without these guys, and so most of the credit goes to them. I don't really do anything besides catch and shoot there today, so credit to James and the other guys for finding me. So
You already had 9 goals, 8 assists in 4 games. At Johnson Hopkins, I think you had 7 goals. Do you feel, rejuvenated, refreshed?
I think it's just, it's different. Just like anything else, it's a little change. It's different. Kind of just work to find my, role on the team, and it just kind of happened that way. I don't think there's anything, majorly different that I'm doing. I just think, different place, different people. That's kind of how it worked out.
How did you feel about your time at Johnson Hopkins?
I enjoyed my time at Hopkins. Some of my best friends are there. It's a great school. I had a good time there, but I'm really happy to be here right now. It's been something I couldn't have imagined. It's awesome. My dad's on the staff, so it's pretty special to be able to play my last year with him.
I was going to say, your dad is here, your brother is here. When you see those familiar faces, how cool is that?
It's pretty cool. It's pretty special. Not something not most people get to experience, so I'm just pleased I get to do it.
When you were considering schools, was Towson a lock because of your father's presence here, or were you considering other schools as well?
Towson was pretty much a lock. For my 5th year, I wanted to come play with my dad. So.
James, the offense today had a rough beginning, but then in the last 3 quarters, I think you guys scored 10 goals. What sort of kickstarted that?
I think we just needed to settle into the game. I think it just took a little bit. We knew we were going to be able to settle in and be able to get the looks that we wanted, but I think in the first period, it just we were just a little out of sorts early on. But the thing that's great about our offense is we have a bunch of guys that stay the course and just continue to work through the hardships that happen within a game. So I think that we were all calm offensively. We knew that eventually we were going to figure it out.
Brian Moran was just saying, look, opponents know about you, they know about Kyle, they know about you. And you had a 4th element like Luke. How much does that sort of make the offense even more difficult?
Yeah, definitely, just because we're going to have so many different guys all over the field. Luke, he's like a safety blanket inside. I really just have to throw it in there. I know he's going to come down with it, and he's going to finish it. And then guys like Nick and Kyle, they just draw so much attention just because what they've been able to do so far through the first 5 games or 6 games. So it's gonna take a lot of pressure off all of us, just because the more guys that we have that can make plays, it's gonna make it harder on the defense. And guys like Andrew Milani and Ryan Swain, they're gonna reap the benefits from it, because those guys are terrific players and they're gonna show what they could do as well.
For both of you guys, it's now been 2 wins in a row since that game against Richmond. How would you describe the confidence level?
Yeah. I definitely think it was big for us to get this today. Richmond was a tough loss, but we kind of, took it, thought about it for the night, and then tried to bounce back against Loyola, and we're successful in doing that. And then we just wanted to go out there and battle today. We knew we were going to be tired, and we were facing a good team, and we knew how important it would be for our guys, our confidence, our season, if we were able to string two together here, going into it. Now we have a full week of practice that we can prepare for St. Joe, and it's pretty big for the guys.
Yeah, I mean, we have 4 transfers that get a lot of time on the offensive end. Andrew Milani switched to midfield, playing attack last season. So there's going to be a lot of growing pains. But, I mean, we don't want to hit our stride in early March. We want to be able to work through it all and be able to hit our stride in late April and early May and just continue that out. So it's just we're going to continue to work through it, and our best lacrosse is yet to come.